All right, Mike. Okay, Bitcoin. What? Bitcoin? All right. I think about a month ago or so, you said, "Oh, by the way, Bitcoin will probably go to $210,000 a coin." At the time you said it, it was around $37,000 or $38,000 a coin. Yesterday, it went to 64,000. It's sitting at 61 or 62 right now. So, has it begun? Is the rise of this begun with Bitcoin?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes, it has. They're going to absolutely use that system. Look who bought into Bitcoin, BlackRock.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Big point.
Okay. Why would they ever do that?
Yeah, you're right.
Right? Who does that? So what you see here is a system within a system, right? They want, as I said again, if any private citizen had too much money, right? They don't need the government. They can act if the people had more money than the government. Uh-oh,
You don't need a
that can't
government.
happen.
No, no, they'll
Right? That
never let
can't
that
happen.
happen. No.
And so now you have many corporations jumping in with Bitcoin to get Bitcoin right now. They're going to continue to do this because they have to regulate Bitcoin in a different way. They also have replicated that same system, and countries are involved heavily because it will be that system, right? That will be morphed into something else. Then we're going to have a great security problem by way of the cyber world, right? Once we have that problem and people actually take a hit, they're going to want some extra biometric security, something nobody can hack. People are going to get tired of hackers. They're going to be hurt by hackers. They're going to be hurt by countries who attempt to hack all sorts of things. And when they release the first biometric standard, everybody's going to have that.
So
It'll
is
likely be on a bracelet.
okay.
And this
That's one.
bracelet,
That's one of the
right,
questions. Tell us about the bracelet. So keep going.
that's going to allow a person to continue to use a cell phone. A cell phone will not have passwords or anything on it anymore. It's going to look for something external, connected to the person, right? They don't need, right now, in this day and age, you do not need the blood for DNA, not anymore, right? They can
No.
parse what a person's DNA is from their skin. They can do this all day long, and
Yes.
that's done electronically. So when you have a bracelet that's constantly validating the person, right, then that bracelet is the authentication for that device, right? So they're getting people used to this already. The first step was to get people used to digital transactions. Most people right now do digital transactions versus any other transaction, and
Yes.
they're totally at peace about it,
Yes, they
right?
do.
That was the
Debit
first step,
debit cards, credit cards. Right.
right?
Exactly.
The second step is consolidation, which means your license, your whatever you have, plus your digital stuff is all going on one identifiable thing. And then they have, of course, the biometrics, which will seal the deal. Now, what that does is if you can only access your devices and make transactions because it will check your body to make the transaction, once that's in play, and they've already got that figured out, once that's in play, then, of course, things will happen. The world may break out, right? In a bigger war. I believe a war will have already started by then, but a much bigger war. Uh, when people are displaced, after war, they only want one thing after war, and that is they want home again, right?
Yes. Yes.
So if people want home again, all they have to do is agree not to let the old ways back into the new kingdoms.
Gotcha.
And there you are, right?
So in other words, first they have to get the bracelet system, which is a new currency, a global currency system, biometrically used and accessed. But you can't really implement something like that because people won't want to do it right now. It has to because there's been catastrophic, cataclysmic events, war, devastation to the point that people are like, okay, do anything to get back to normal again. And this will make it easier to implement
Everything will
this.
be in place, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, because think about this: when the hacking begins, right, and people have a few bucks, and hacking begins, they don't want somebody to just up and take their money,
No.
right? You don't want to wake up and see an empty bank account because then that's going to test everything about everybody,
Right.
everything about every. Now, so they're going to have that biometric device, right? That device will simply allow you to utilize the internet, to utilize your cell phone, right? To utilize your all your other electronic devices to manage your life. That's what that bracelet will do. The key of the bracelet is to read your DNA on a continuous basis on your body. So if you're not wearing your bracelet, your devices are. Nobody can use your devices. As soon as you put that
It's
bracelet on,
biometric.
you don't need passwords or anything else.
Yep.
Just to get into your car, to run your car, all that stuff will happen with the bracelet. They got people used to digital transactions
Yep.
when they mandated the phones be digital, communications digital, your bank accounts, all that stuff is digital. It's on cards now. People are used to that. It's normal. And so now there's going to be an issue with security, with hacking. It's really going to start to eat away at many different things. People are going to they're going to go with it.
They're going to
They don't mind.
demand.
The bracelet will not be the mark because
Yeah.
it does not require a person to take an oath to any other
I got
deity.
you. I got you.
But after some calamities, right?
It'll get closer.
Things are going to be torn down, right? People are going to say, "Hey, we want home again. We want to get
Right.
away from this war stuff. We want home again." And a solution will be right there for people. Say, hey, if you agree to step into this new era and not utilize these old ways that ruined the whole world, right?